Welcome.
Hey,
Back once again
what's up?
with your favorite trainer's trainer, Richard F. Moreno,
Here in the flesh.
Grandmaster Andre Glenn, Master G. Today we're going to talk about revolvers. What are their parts and why are these parts important? Now we're going to talk about the parts of the revolver first before we do the semi-automatic.
So looking at the revolver, when we first look at the revolver, the very furthest part of the barrel is called the muzzle. Just past that, we have the front sight, and then we have the rear sight. We actually have a top strap also there that nobody talks about. We have the hammer spur. Old nomenclature used to call it the hammer spur or the pawl, just like the name pawl. So we have that. We have the cylinder release latch, and one of the biggest things about the cylinder release latch you have to pay attention to, depending on the make, the manufacturer, the make, and the model, some of these cylinder release latches go forward, some pull back, some go up, some go down. One goes in, and then one actually you have to pull right here at the yoke to be able to pull it down. The yoke isn't listed on there, but it's a little piece that actually comes out. We go to the grips. There's a back strap that isn't illustrated here, but you have a back strap. You have a front strap that goes right in front of the grip. You also have a bottom strap that you'll never hear of the bottom strap unless you're changing out your grip and your grip panels and putting rubber grips on. And there's a little retention clip and a screw that has to go on there. Trigger, we have the trigger. We all know what the trigger's for. Those are heavy triggers. And why is it heavy? Because it's working all this mechanism and making the hammer go back at the same time. So as you're actually squeezing or pulling on the trigger, it's making the cylinder rotate. And that's another thing. Depending on the make and the model, the cylinder might rotate clockwise or might rotate counterclockwise. So another thing that you have to pay attention to. We have the trigger guard. We have the cylinder itself. And the little notches right there is actually for the cylinder notch to be able to line the cylinder with the hammer and the barrel. So that way to go straight through, because there is this thing that's called a cylinder gap on the back side and the front side. Some revolvers have a flute or a cone where the projectile goes into. Some don't. It's a leap of faith. Literally, it just jumps out of the chamber into the barrel and goes down range. So that's what you have to watch out for. They do have that, and you have gases coming on the back. One of the things that it's not illustrated on here also is a recoil shield that keeps those gases coming back to you and making them go out the sides. Now, if you've ever shot a revolver at night or when it's kind of dark, you'll see those flames coming out the side. Thank that little recoil shield, because that's what's keeping it from blasting back on. There we go. There we got the ejector rod. The ejector rod, and when you pop that out, you actually pop it out like this, pull it out, and then you push the ejector rod, and the thing that comes out is called the crane. And that's what we have, all the parts in regards to an actual revolver.
Some revolvers have a hammer and some don't. Why?
Oh, the ones that are shrouded or hammerless, we do have those. They do have a hammer. They have an internal hammer, and some actually have like a little latch that goes on top that pulls back for you to be able to cock it. Some don't. If they're shrouded, completely shrouded, they don't have those. But those are actually used for you to be able to have as a backup piece, to be able to put in your pocket, and the hammer spur won't get caught on your pocket or any part of it as you're trying to pull it out.